The ground beneath California has always been a sleeping giant, a tectonic beast capable of swallowing cities whole. But in the early 1970s, one man believed he held the key to keeping that beast at bay. He didn't use science or engineering. He used blood. Herbert Mullin wasn't just a killer. He was a self-proclaimed savior who believed that every life he took was a necessary sacrifice to prevent a cataclysmic earthquake. On February 13, 1973, this twisted mission reached its bloody conclusion in a quiet Santa Cruz neighborhood, ending a spree that had left 13 people dead and a community paralyzed by fear. Before we dive into the chilling details of Herb Mullin's final stand and the madness that drove him, remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime. Your support helps us keep bringing these dark chapters of history to light. Herbert Mullin was once the boy who had everything going for him. Born on the anniversary of the great 1906 San Francisco earthquake, he was bright, athletic, and voted most likely to succeed by his high school peers. But the mind is a fragile thing. Following the tragic death of a close friend and a heavy descent into the drug culture of the late 60s, Mullin's reality began to fracture. Paranoid schizophrenia took hold, and the voices began. They weren't just whispers. They were commands. His father's voice, the voices of the dead, and even telepathic messages from his future victims all converged on one terrifying directive: kill me, somebody. By February 1973, Mullin had already claimed 12 lives. He had bludgeoned a homeless man, disemboweled a hitchhiker, and even walked into a confessional to murder a priest. He had slaughtered an entire family and gunned down 4 teenagers in a state park. To Mullin, these weren't crimes. They were transactions. He believed that by singing the song of death, he was balancing the earth's scales. The lack of a major earthquake during his spree only reinforced his deadly delusion. He was the designated leader of his generation, and the world was safe only as long as he kept killing. The morning of February 13th found Mullin driving through the west side of Santa Cruz in his beat-up station wagon. He was restless. The voices were demanding another sacrifice. As he turned onto Lighthouse Avenue, he spotted 72-year-old Fred Perez working in his front yard. Perez was a retired fisherman, a man who had spent his life navigating the unpredictable Pacific, only to face a different kind of storm on his own driveway. Without a word, Mullin pulled over, leveled his semi-automatic rifle, and fired. The shot echoed through the neighborhood, a sharp crack that shattered the midday peace. Fred Perez collapsed instantly. But this time, Mullin's luck had run out. A neighbor, startled by the gunfire, looked out his window and saw the station wagon speeding away. He didn't just see a car. He saw a license plate. Within minutes, the police had a description. The dragnet was cast, and the man who thought he was saving California was about to be stopped by the very society he claimed to protect. When the police pulled him over just a few blocks away, Mullin didn't resist. He sat in his car, calm and almost serene. The rifle was right there on the seat beside him. To the officers, he looked like any other clean-cut young man. But his eyes told a different story. During his interrogation, he would alternate between chilling silence and explosive outbursts, eventually explaining his earthquake theory with a logic that was as consistent as it was insane. He truly believed he was a hero, a martyr for the safety of the Golden State. The trial of Herbert Mullin was a descent into the depths of a broken mind. He claimed he had telepathic permission from his victims to kill them. He argued that his birthday, shared with Albert Einstein, gave him a cosmic responsibility. The jury, however, saw through the delusions to the cold-blooded reality of his actions. Though his defense argued for insanity, he was found sane and guilty. The calendar of crime for Herbert Mullin ended that day in February. But the scars he left on Santa Cruz and the families of his 13 victims would never truly heal. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe for future episodes from the Calendar of Crime.